today we have the wonderful opportunity to interview one of the dopest barbers out here, Mr. Corey Master. Thank you so much for sitting down with us today. So to get things started, why don't you tell the people about yourself?
My name is Corey, of course. I'm a barber at Barber's Corner, located in Chicago Heights. I've been cutting hair, and I've been a barber for 7 years. This is what I love to do, man. This is what brought y'all here. And that's a little something about me.
Well, tell us about your background. Where did you go to school? How long did you have to take classes?
I went to Larry's Barber College, best of the best. Shout out to my homie Beth, and everybody over there at Larry's. I went there and I started in August of 2011. I graduated in September of 2012. Kids, don't be like me. Make sure that you go to school every day, because you could finish barber school in 8 to 10 months. I wanted to play hooky, and I wanted to ditch, and I wanted to stay over here, cutting, making some money over at Foot Locker. So it was a lot of days that I didn't go to school, but you could definitely finish in 8 to 10 months. You don't have to do a year like me. But yeah, that's where I went. Shout out to Larry's.
So how did you realize that you had a passion for cutting hair? Like, how did you get into it?
That's funny because people may not think, but I'm very cheap. So everybody know I used to have hair back in the day, long hair don't care, Corey. And I used to, give myself a lining so that I wouldn't have to pay a barber. And one day I said, man, my uncles, they got a shop over here in the Heights. I could go to barber school and I could make something of this. So, I got up, I stopped going to jobs that I hated, and I made that sacrifice. I actually quit my job. And
Really?
I walked off. Yeah, because they told me they didn't want me to go to barber school.
Wow.
They said they wanted me to focus on their company.
Oh, wow.
We are not slaves anymore. It's a choice.
I know that's right. You better preach. I know that's right.
I'm about to.
Slavery is a choice.
So
I want to be in the house.
tell us about your first cut. How did you feel?
Oh, man.
That don't sound good.
It doesn't sound good.
I felt very confident until he looked in the mirror. We both looked in the mirror, and he got that one against the grain. Shout out to my homie Scuba. He looked out and he took one for the team. Let me scar him. And but it's a learning lesson. You're gonna take those L's and you're gonna mess up. But that's a part of the game, and I feel like you got to do that so that you can become better.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's me.
Well, at least you're honest enough to say, hey, I made a mistake.
Right.
I'm practicing. I'm getting better. So everything is trial and error. You're not. Everybody's not perfect.
Right.
Coming out.
Yeah, I'm not the best by far. You gotta stay humble, and you gotta just keep on working at this craft, man.
Right.
Nobody's the master barber.
Agreed.
And that's in any field. You're going to make a mistake at some point. Like, no one's perfect. The mistake is going to be made. But the important thing is realizing that you made a mistake and, learning from it and correcting it going forward.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
So what are 3 techniques that you feel that you learned from barber school that any and every barber should know, that you use it all the time?
A technique. Well, the first technique that you want to learn is the lining. That
That's
is
important.
very important. It don't matter. Okay, it do matter. The haircut can be a little off, but the lining is the most important part. I would say that. Learning how to use your clippers with certain guards and certain blades, and knowing how to go into certain grade of hair and things like that. And then lastly, fading. That's been a big thing with with cutting for years now. So those are the 3 things that I would say is techniques that are very important.
Right. y'all better get it together now.
So I really want to know, have you tried or do you plan on in the future doing the man weaves, like the man weaves, the little man beards and stuff?
They so lit.
Man.
They so lit now.
Man, yo.
They trying to catch up with us.
Come on, man. Hey, I just, I'm a firm believer that we're in a bid. This is a profession of customer service, so I feel that we have to do things that will be what our clients will want. We have to provide them with the service that they're requesting, and if that's something that these cats, they want to do, they want to get a quick weave, quick little, Gumby, so we in Gumby. Hey, I'm down for it. It's not a cheap class, so it's definitely something that you may have to save up your coins for. Okay. But it's definitely something that I want to get into. Why, it's still around because, hey, gotta satisfy the clients, man.
Yeah, I feel like they're going to really take off though, because who doesn't want more? Here, like if I was a man and I was balding, I would want to just fix it real quick, or if I want to try out a beard, but I'm struggling to grow one, or it's not connecting. Like,
hey, look, I say it like this: people talk about LeBron and his haircut and his lining, people may talk about the next man. I got a head full of hair up here.
Let us see.
It's a little rough. I'm growing my hair back, but it's definitely here, It's extremely rough, Shout out to my barber, my little bro Aaron. You know what I'm saying? He's still out there, baby. But I don't know how I feel to go bald. So hey, if that man wanna, get that sew in, get this. Hey, Steve Harvey, that was a hairpiece he had on his head.
Really? When?
Yeah.
During the Steve Harvey show?
That was a hairpiece.
I don't even remember him having hair.
Yes,
on
the Steve Harvey show. Yes.
That was a hairpiece.
Dang, wow.
Hey, you heard it here from the Lord.
Wow. Yeah, we learned something today.
That was a hairpiece.
Wow. I'm trying to.
He been lying to us.
He been lying. So he was here before everybody else got hit to these little things.
He was the first, one of the first. I mean, so like being a barber.
Think like a bald head man.
Oh my God.
No, think like a man him.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
that's him.
Well, does that become intimidating because trends change so frequently?
Yeah.
With social media, you see something, that's the next thing popping. When you have people who come in here and request those types of styles, like how do you feel?
You gotta always stay a student, because when you get out of barber school, it's easy for us as barbers to not be able to stay on top of whatever's trending, or what styles is going on right now. You always got to stay a student in the game. You always got to make sure that you are seeing how other barbers are doing things. Honestly, like mostly everyone that I follow on my Instagram page, my barber page, is mainly all just other barbers, and I watch how they do certain styles and certain haircuts. So you got to stay a student so that you can know, what's next and what's popping.
So do you oftentimes have to take additional classes, or is it just after you finish barber school?
Yeah, I take free classes.
Okay.
And it's called going into a barber shop, and I go and sit and see how these other barbers is doing their cuts.
I thought it was some sort of connect.
I was really wondering.
I wish I had that connection.
Because
if I did, then Sally Mae wouldn't be on my butt right now.
That's a whole other conversation. Okay. Yep, agreed.
Not bring her up.
Leave me alone.
Let's just not even speak her up,
Sally Mae act like somebody cheated on her or something.
Seriously.
The way she be calling you.
Speaking of cheating, so they always. Speaking of, hold on, wait, what's going on? Where is this going? Where is this interview going?
Black men don't cheat.
Please, look.
Next.
So,
on the next episode.
They say that men will cheat on their girlfriends or their wives, but they won't cheat on their barbers. Let's talk about it.
Hey, let's talk about it. Yeah, because they definitely will, have some one night stands. Pause. These clients ain't loyal. They definitely will, dip off some other places. But it's cool because I've learned over the years that you can't take this personal. It's a business where somebody could be sitting in your chair one week and then see them. You can hop on Facebook and see them in somebody else's chair the next week. You can't take it personal because when that person leaves, it's another person that's gonna come and sit in your chair. So
True. So aside from business, what do you like to do in your free time, personal time?
Well, as people can see and people have noticed and they spoke on it. Fashion is very very big. That's a part of what made me want to be a barber, because that's all a part of this profession and it's all a part of the culture is fashion, and that's my biggest thing. Other than that, besides being a barber, being in the fashion, I'm a devoted dad, man. Shout out to all the black dads out there.
Shout out to y'all go this.
Hey, we do this, man.
Yeah.
So it's so crazy that you said that because, I've been knowing him. We went to high school together, y'all. I really thought that fashion was going to be first. So when it came out that Corey was a barber, I'm like, well, wait a minute now. Okay, so he just does it all,
It's all one and the same.
Does it all. Like, he has always dressed so dope, as you can see right now. So I can see that time together. You definitely said that fashion is a part of the barber culture.
I was going to put it on say he has one.
Check, this is all put together. Check the color of the
He don't be playing, y'all. He don't be playing.
And the socks.
Yes. Color blocking at its finest.
So do you see yourself with your own clothing line soon?
Something that I've learned over the past year or so is everything is a process and everything takes time, and it's something that I'm putting together, so everybody just got to be patient. I got to be patient myself, and I've learned you can't rush things and you have to do everything at the right time.
Right.
So, but it's definitely coming. It's definitely something that, like I said, it's a passion, and it's something that I want to do, and I am going to do.
That's speak it into existence.
Hello.
Y'all.
Make it happen.
Yep.
Hello. And
So
you can.
I was going to ask that next question. What or where do you see yourself in 5 years? So we know that fashion is a part of that plan.
Mm-hmm.
Where else do you see yourself?
I'm trying to build a brand, so I feel that what I'm trying to do for the future within 5 years is building a brand with, something that ties in with my shop, with fashion, hair care products, and everything that's based off of me,
That's what's up.
the Lord.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
That's lit.
That's what's
Look,
up.
you said we turning up in
He
5
got all the
years.
ideas.
We're about to turn up right now, so that way when that fifth
Hey,
year get here, it's lit.
I want to be able to show my daughter that you can have something with your name on it.
Yeah.
You don't have to go and work for somebody else's company. You can do something that you started. You can build off of yourself and be your own boss.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, it's not meant for everybody to be their own boss, but I just want to show her that, I want to show her a black man that's working, something positive, other than somebody that, is doing something on the streets, that you can build your own brand and you can, be your own person.
And it'll show her good work ethic too.
Yeah, so she won't be in my pockets forever.
Oh, we still. I'm about to say we never leave Daddy's
She's
pockets.
still gonna be in there.
Yeah, true.
Trying to look at
So I mean, you're definitely a humble person. You're gifted. You have the work ethic. What advice can you give to young barbers or aspiring barbers? Because the competition is out here and they may not have the support that they need. So people, you can get frustrated. So what kind of advice would you give them?
Yeah, it's funny you asked that because I actually had to tell one of my homies via Facebook a couple days ago, you have to focus on you. You have to focus on what's important. channel out all of the negativity. Don't get discouraged, and just perfect at what you're doing and just keep on working hard at it, because this is something that it's not a side hustle. This is not something that you should just do on the weekends. This is a profession that could take you to another level in life. You know, this is a profession that you know, it can bring you great things. And I feel like as long as you put this first and understand that this is a profession and not a hustle,
Right.
you can be the best.
Yep, agreed. So we've picked your brain, okay? Last question before we leave you. Tell the public something about Corey that they would never think. Like, what? We need a what moment?
Surprise Sheena with it too,
Please,
because she knows
please.
you.
Please.
Something about me that would surprise people. Wow, that's tough.
He's like, don't want you guys to know those.
I mean, I know you the man, but you know what I'm saying? Like, let us know something.
Something about me that you wouldn't know. I'm a hopeless romantic.
Yeah. I did the look.
Yeah, I got her. Yeah.
I can see that. You're sweet.
Yeah.
Okay, he's sweet when you want to be, y'all. Okay. Okay.
I'm a hopeless romantic.
Okay, so you want to be married and everything.
Add my profile on Christian Minks.
Oh my God.
I didn't know that about you, y'all.
I feel like he's making this up.
Pop that thing 32.
He said pop
32. Lord.
So, Corey, you got a POF account or you on Tinder?
No, I got a POB account.
What is that?
What's POB?
Nothing.
Okay, yeah, we gonna keep it PG-13.
Yeah, we gotta keep it PG-13.
We didn't pick this braids enough, Shy.
You don't want to pick my braid too much.
We're done. We're gonna have to talk about this
Have to edit some stuff out.
We'll talk about that after. But for now, let them know how to reach you if they want to get a haircut. How can they contact you?
Well, first off, my barber page on Instagram is Lord Macintosh _BC. You can check me out there. I got my contact info there. Make an appointment at 708-475-7463. I'm located right here where we are right now, Chicago Heights, Barber's Corner, 403 West, 14th Place, Lincoln Highway. Check us out, man. Every barber in here can cut, man. I learn from these guys every day. They're my inspiration. So even if you can't get to me, you can still check out these fellas, man. We here every day.
Well, thank you so much for sitting down with us. You schooled us on the barber life, and then you let us into your personal world. So we definitely appreciate you.
And all in the personal.
We
Got me feeling like Keith Sweat.
in a little bit.
All right, y'all. So we're out of here. Stay tuned for the next video.
See
ya.